Hey everyone, if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Ashley. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. Today I am actually going to be sharing my birth story. I will link my birth vlog in the cards above and in the description box below. I'll also have it at the end of the video. If you want to watch this first and then click into the video, you can also do that. And I am sharing a birth story video because I got some DMs about it, and I just wanted to share in case anyone else was researching VBACs or inductions or ICP. You can have this to look into as well because there isn't too much out there on YouTube. And when you have ICP, you research like crazy. So I thought, why not? I'm actually looking up my birth vlog so I can kind of remember and refresh because I forget what happened. I was induced at 36 weeks and 2 days. It was September 14th, 2020. It was a Monday and I had to go early in the morning. And I started off my day just super nervous and anxious. I had a grilled cheese, which was what I was craving when I was pregnant towards the end, a coffee, and then I headed out to the hospital. Once I was there, everything moved super quickly. They just gave me a room, which was right off the entrance. They gave me my gown. I did wear my own. I got the Freedom Mama one and I labored in it all, through most of my labor. I got a COVID test, I got my IVs in, and my doctor came in a little bit after that, early in the morning, and she checked me. I was 1 centimeter, 50% of phase. I was under antibiotics, and I had my COVID test, which then later came back negative, so I was able to remove my mask after that. But everything moved really quickly as soon as I got there, and I was so scared at this time. I was like, my whole body was shaking. I was so scared. They brought me breakfast, and after my OB came back from, she had a meeting which ran a little bit long. When she was done, she just came in and I got the Foley balloon, which don't be fooled by the cute name of the balloon because ouch, that thing hurts. It's basically 2 balloons which they fill up, and when that thing is filling up, you're gonna feel a lot of pressure and it gets uncomfortable and it hurts. Let's be honest, it does hurt. And I don't think people mention enough how much it hurts because it does. It hurts. They were able to remove my IV or like unplug it so that I could move around. I was able to bounce on a birthing ball. I got a really nice like wireless system to check on the baby, which is great because I got to take off those, those NST things or those, oh, I hate those things. They're so itchy and they're tight, so I got the wireless one, which is awesome. And in my hospital, I was able to eat breakfast, which they brought in for me. I was able to eat lunch and even dinner, I think. I can't remember if I was able to have dinner or if yes, I had dinner. I did. Spent all day just walking around the room and bouncing on a ball like crazy because I did want to get my body moving, and I knew that I was going to get an epidural, so I didn't want to just sit on the bed and then not be able to move, which sucks. I was already having like pretty regular contractions. They were uncomfortable but not painful, and they started to hurt pretty early on. Like at lunchtime I was already having contractions, and they were pretty steady. So I just did as much as I could. I walked, I bounced, I just did everything I could to just move my body and keep it progressing. And if you don't know, you keep the bulb in until you reach 4 centimeters and it falls out, or they will just remove it after, I think it's 12 hours. I'm not sure, so don't quote me, but I think it's 12 hours. They will just remove it if you haven't reached 4 centimeters. So I was in a lot of pain until that was finally out. And I was on my own for most of it. I called my brother to come with me during like dinner time. So my brother came in the afternoon and was with me. And by then I was really feeling the contractions. They were hurting so bad. But mostly I just labored on my own, and the staff was incredible. I never felt like helpless or like I was bothering them. I didn't feel alone because they were just with me. My kids are looking at me through the mirror, through the window. I was able to FaceTime my kids all day, which is really sweet because they were just so confused at why I was away from them. Like at 8, I had enough of the moving around, so I just laid in the bed because the contractions were starting to hurt. My feet were starting to swell, and I just had a couple of doses of that antibiotic for the group B strep or whatever that's called. So I had a couple of doses of those, and when that happened, they had to hook me into the IV, but when I wasn't, I was able to just roam free, which is awesome. So that's basically what happened through the whole day and most of the night. And they told me like at 8 that they were gonna remove the balloon at 3 in the morning, and they were gonna see if I had dilated enough or if it was gonna fall out or anything like that. It did not fall out. They had to remove it at 3, and I was just pushing through that pain until I was laying in bed, and my contractions were starting to really hurt. And the nurse told me that they could give me a medication to kind of like relax my body and help me rest, which OMG, that thing completely knocked you out. And it is the most surreal experience because I run really tense and I could feel my whole body like relaxing and melting into the bed. But that definitely helped me relax, and I fell asleep. I woke up about 2 hours later. Ava is here with us now because she woke up and she's not happy. It's Halloween, by the way, so that's why she was wearing this. But anyway, I was able to rest as much as possible, and at 3 they removed the balloon. I was 3.5 centimeters dilated and about 60% effaced. That's when they started Pitocin, and I was on Pitocin for an hour until like I could not take the contractions. It was horrible. I was trying to push off on getting an epidural as much as possible. In the morning when I was checked, like at 6 in the morning, I was still at a 4, 80% phased, and I got a new gown that the hospital policy requires you to wear if you have an epidural. And then I got a new nurse, and that woman was incredible. She came in saying that she was going to have me have the baby before lunchtime, and she did not disappoint. 3 hours later, I was having a baby. She got me in super weird positions with the peanut ball. She did this one position that was knees together and ankles apart on the peanut ball. I think it wasn't even an hour past when they checked me, and I was already like at a 7 and 80% effaced. Like I started to progress super quickly with her. She kept me moving around, and it was just incredible. We did have a moment when my baby's heart had deceleration, and it was so scary. It was very hard to like keep track of her. She was always hard to keep track of, but during labor it was very hard to keep track of her. And her heartbeat would slow down when I had a contraction, and it was, you know, they were with me the whole time because of it. And I forgot to mention that when I got the epidural, I got a very bad headache. So if you see my birth vlog, you see my head, like my eyes. Hi! You can see my eyes kind of watery, and it's because my head was pounding. And I asked in the moment if it was normal, and they said it was, but it wasn't. I'll get into that later. Progressing super fast, and I remember telling her, I feel like I gotta poo, I feel like I gotta poo. And out of nowhere, I was like an 8, and then a 9, and then bam, it was go time. And I was just like barely finished, but she wanted me to get the baby down so that it was less time pushing. And the doctor said, just call me when she's ready and we'll get her out and we'll do it. And it was so incredibly fast. I remember throwing up at one point, and that's when I started like shaking like a leaf, because I remember that happened with this little baby's big sister, Olivia. And after that, like, I was ready to deliver. And I remember my nurses saying, don't throw up. If you throw up, this baby's gonna shoot out because she's ready to go. And my doctor came in playing music. It was so funny. She came in with You Can't Stop the Beat. And just as I was getting ready to push, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas started to play on her phone, which was funny and sad because it's my mom's like Christmas jam. And my mom couldn't be here for the birth, which was very disappointing and just heartbreaking for us. So it was kind of like she was there with us, kind of. And my brother did call my husband on FaceTime, and he called my family, and everyone was able to see the baby like right away. Okay, it looks different, obviously, because I got one nursing here, and my other camera died. So I want to finish this today. But yeah, I was just saying that she said just push when you're ready, and during the first push, my head was pounding. I pushed a second time, and like her head was out, and they were like, touch, you can see her head, her hair, but I was too scared to do it. And by the third contraction, she was out. It was like From the time that the doctor came in and started getting ready to the time that my baby was out, it was like 7 minutes. She was healthy. I did see that she had her umbilical cord around her neck, which is, I'm guessing, why she had her heart was had a deceleration. But she was healthy and crying and big. For 36 weeks, she was 6 pounds, 13 ounces, and was 19 inches long. And that was it. She was born. It was incredible. My brother was there and he was able to cut the umbilical cord, and it was just really special. But after I had her, when they went to sit me up, my head, I was not okay. And it turns out that I had some issues with the epidural. So it turns out that I actually had a spinal headache, and it was horrible. Like, I couldn't see. It was just so much pain. The anesthesiologist that was on call came right away. They gave me narcotics again, and they did a spinal block, or a spinal patch, which is very risky. It's done really quickly because they don't want to contaminate, and it's just a lot. They have one arm like getting blood drawn out of you and injecting your own blood into your spine. So they did that, and I just spent the first couple of hours after she was born just laying without being to hold her. My brother was there and he held her the whole time, and I just fell asleep because of the narcotics. It was a very scary thing for me because I'd never heard of that, but physically I felt so great. I was able to start walking really soon, and I was just like cautious, but I felt really great. I did tear, so they had to patch that up, but everything went so well. It was an incredible experience, and I delivered my beautiful little baby through a second successful VBAC. So yeah, that's it. That is my birth story. This sweet little baby is Ava. Her name is Ava Juliet. She was born at 9:46 a.m. On September 15th. 6 pounds, 13 ounces, 19 inches long. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed my little birth story. I'm sorry if it's all over the place. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you watch my birth vlog. It's not super long, and I really enjoyed making it. And I will link it here, so you can just click right into the video. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, show me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure and click that button before you go. And I will see you in the next one.